This is our hero Choi Nam-deok, and he's about to get destroyed by his Asian parents for failing to get into university as he was too busy watching Valorant Champions during finals. And so he instantly begs for forgiveness, but we all know Asian parents, especially in anime, are ruthless, and our boy better rename himself to some Ting Wong. Regardless, right before he's able to receive the short end of the stick, his life flashes before him as his dad goes Super Saiyan, ready to send Choi to another dimension. Unfortunately for him though, Choi wakes up the next day banished to another realm called the boarding school of Seam Academy, well renowned for how strict it is. Within seconds of getting on board the school bus, a 10 out of 10 teacher you can find on onlysus.com appears out of nowhere and ganks our boy, already quizzing him on what to expect at the academy. Of course, Choi is unable to answer as he can only think about playing Minecraft and competitive Valorant. As such, the super strict only sussy teacher activates her demon mode powers and strikes fear into everyone on board. She then repeats herself out loud, claiming that at the academy, any type of dating is not allowed, and if they somehow find you containing signs of having a crush, then you will be left to fend for yourself at an isolated island. Nevertheless, as the teacher continues to berate other students, Choi ends up noticing the sea begin to surround him from all directions. And so he begins to panic as our boy didn't realize this academy was the real deal, taking place at a totally remote island to make sure no one can escape. Upon finally arriving at the academy, our boy is quick to run into your typical anime girl with proportions larger than American Wendy's meal sizes, and let's just say Choi was fully enamored by her pyramids of Giza. This causes Choi to blush, and we can already see that he's channeling his inner sussy Baker, probably busy thinking about what he's going to do tonight while hiding in his bed. However, as he's busy stuck in the sussy dream dimension, a few of his peers yell out to watch out as a soccer ball is seen barreling towards his way. He then snaps back to reality, realizing that this could be his chance to be seen as a Chad, as he's a Manchester United fan, ready to trap the ball in front of all the girls. As such, he quickly drops his bag and heads into action, busy thinking about all the girls ready to fawn over him once he successfully traps the ball in such a graceful way. Unfortunately for him, just as he was about to do show off, he slips last second and bro experiences the #1 pain you could ever have as a dude. In an instant, all boys grab their precious Dorito chalupas in unison, looking absolutely distraught as we all know how bad it feels to get your spicy chicken tenders destroyed by a third party. So in the end, our hero falls to the ground with his mighty battering ram in retreat, whilst his crush looks on thinking that bro is such a clown. However, as none of the boys in vicinity can move due to them all feeling the weight of our boy's pain, another girl appears to become his hero. Nonetheless, the girl can't understand why all the boys were writing in pain, so she volunteers to help send our simp to the healing office. Of course, our boy can't help himself but be embarrassed, but he's super thankful that another goddess has appeared before him, eager to help out his rookie become a behemoth once again. Upon arriving at their destination, the two get surprised ganked by a scene so sussy that his rookie gets healed instantly, as they can't fathom what they are seeing. It then turns out that the two have caught a student and teacher fueling the sussy Fire Nation, as the male student kept on attacking the sealed gates of the teacher in front of him. Anyways, his bro kept blatantly staring at the entire ordeal. The girl who brought him here blurts out that she's so jealous of the two, causing our boy to start staring at her instead, totally confused at how someone can rice cake smash in broad daylight, especially spearheaded by a teacher. The girl then pipes up, claiming that this isn't her first time walking into something like this, so she isn't surprised, rather she's always amazed to see who ends up with who. She then continues to explain that while it is absolutely prohibited to even think about dating, you just have to get good and not get caught. Regardless, after watching for what seemed like an eternity, the teacher ends up activating her ultimate sussy jutsu to make sure her prey explodes within the next few moments. Unfortunately, or should I say fortunately for our boy, the girl notices that Choi's banana tree plantation has been expanding to its maximum capacity. Eventually, she freaks out and calls him out, super worried that something might be wrong with his banana tree, as she's not yet fully aware of a man's powers. She then yells at him and orders him to remove his diamond-plated armor pants right this instant, looking like she's ready to heal whatever is needed. The girl then drops to her knees like an angel, alerting our boy to not worry if something has gone awry, as she knows basic healing skills, since she's actually a po preparation student. Nevertheless, our boy continually resists her seemingly innocent advances by attempting to let her know that she's got everything totally mixed up, and that his little rookie is totally fine. However, the girl insists that his life is in danger if he does not follow what she says, so she tries her hardest to mine his diamond pants right off the owner. But then the turntables turn quickly, as the two end up accidentally falling into the room where rice cake smashing was taking place, all because the girl was busy wanting to be a guardian angel. This causes Choi to fall flat on the floor with his own banana tree uncovered with the girl right in front of the soil. Meanwhile, both the student and teacher inside end up freezing together, totally in disbelief. Our boy then hurriedly re-equips his diamond-plated pants, embarrassingly yelling back at the girl that it was just a misunderstanding, but both women in the room take a quick moment and marvel at his banana tree plantation before he was able to seal it up. Moments later, after everyone is back to their non-sussy selves, the boy busy rice cake smashing earlier ends up frustratedly asking what the heck these two are doing here, and I don't even blame him for being upset. As soon as the heated bro finishes his question, the girl that brought Choi to the area quickly exits the room and waves goodbye, making an excuse that there's people waiting on her. Choi is then left to fend for himself in front of two mega sussy bacchus on his very first day at the academy, so he tries to explain his situation, but who could really believe him? As such, the rice cake smasher bro sighs and actually face palms, unable to believe that his ultimate finishing move got interrupted by some weeb-looking newcomer. Regardless, the two boys decide to leave the room together, but as Choi leaves, a teacher makes a sussy face and tells our boy to make sure to come back whenever his rookie ever gets hurt again. Now we all know what she's trying to imply, especially in the context of very culture and action-packed anime. So bro is like, of course I will come back. Anyways, with the two boys leaving at the same time, Choi actually tries to befriend him after promising not to spill the beans, but the Chad just shrugs him off and continues on his way. We then fast forward to almost at the end of the day, where Choi finally gets to figure out his living arrangements and to see his first ever dorm experience. Upon finally making his way to the correct room, he happily opens the door, only to be unexpectedly greeted by another roommate. In an instant, Choi's smile is wiped away as he realizes that his roommate is the Chad from before, who's also not entirely excited that the new guy is the same dude that interrupted his seeds from flowering. Regardless, with the two stuck together for at least a year, they try to look past what happened today and end up introducing each other formally, where we find out our boy is actually 23 years old. Now, if you ask me personally, there's no way these guys look their age, but nonetheless, the first thing Choi asks is if his roommate Kim is dating the health teacher. Kim then replies by claiming that no one in their right mind should be dating a teacher when there's a bunch of girls their age in their prime. He then explains that rice cake smashing just happens here often, since phones and the internet is not allowed, so what else can they do other than not be a Byeongsan? Now a Byeongsan is someone that doesn't get to experience the beauty of rice cake smashing at the academy within 3 months, so Kim orders him to make sure he doesn't become one. Kim also reveals the fact that once you attend this academy, a lot of people choose to prolong their stay as they think it's heaven, as their favorite pastime is to just rice cake destroy the living out of everyone. Fast forward to the next morning, Choi finds himself trying to find the cafeteria as he forgot to eat last night, but he stops in his tracks after seeing the bus teacher. He then watches on in silence and instantly turns red like a true sussy bacca, busy dreaming about how nice would it be if she rode his bus in secret instead. Anyways, after staring for a few more moments, he decides he needs to snap out of it as his rookie behemoth might escape. So Choi forces himself to continue forward in pursuit of food to fuel him. However, as he turns a corner, in comes a rocket in the form of the red-haired girl from the day before, and this time his taco supreme gets absolutely crushed by her knee. Now that's 2 days in a row that his beef burrito had zero action, and instead gets absolutely smacked, so this might be a record for this type of anime where the main character loses out every time. Anyways, with the girl unsure on what to do, she just decides to apologize while our boy is busy hating his life. And to make matters worse, the girl actually just left him there to suffer and continued on running by like she's the Roadrunner from Looney Tunes. As such, our boy decides to just spend his Sunday morning just being chilling in an outside bench hoping that his little rookie will cool off. But I'm pretty sure he totally forgot about the sussy teacher's offer. However, as bro continues to cool down, he gets ganked by his crush carrying something with her. The girl then whips out bread from her bag featuring Team Rocket as she knows his banana tree will blast off once again soon enough. But then after accepting the offering for peace, Choi notices that the girl is still awkwardly standing beside him, still busy staring at him and his bread. So he stops and realizes that maybe she's waiting on him to give her the sticker that all Team Rocket bread comes with, so he eagerly offers it to her. But as he offers the sticker to her, she pulls out a Mega Chad move instead, as she ends up taking the entire bread from him, leaving our boy totally confused. She then two bites it like a true champ, leaving her quite happy, right before she gets called forward by a few of her friends. Nevertheless, with Choi still deprived of some food, he musters up some courage and remembers that he needs to go visit the teacher from before as his Crunchwrap Supreme is starting to hurt even more. Upon arriving at her office, she tells him to sit down and decides to stare at him endearingly, wondering how a boy could get hit so many times in a row. However, I already knew this teacher was something else man, as she orders him to remove his diamond-plated pants so she can personally go check it out herself. Initially, our boy hesitates and slowly moves away, but she activates her sussy brainwash jutsu to tell Choi to not be embarrassed, as this is totally normal. In the end, our boy goes through with her demands, where she ends up giving a huge smile as she can't believe how lucky she is to witness the largest banana tree she's ever seen. And so she attacks like the Fire Nation, quickly aiming to swallow up the island containing his banana tree with one quick gulp.